YouTube, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the FC25 market. We'll be looking at some cards I bought, what I plan on buying, when I plan on selling these cards. We also have some pretty easy investments I think you can be making this weekend. We're also going to be looking at what content to expect in the next few days, as well as some leaks. But before we get into all that, we got to talk about content today on Friday. And again, guys, if you want coins on FC25, check out u7buy.com. u7buy.com. Use code Teddy at checkout. You will get 6% off your order. Link is in the description down below. Here we go. Content drop. I got everything on my phone. There's a lot of stuff, so let's make sure we don't miss anything. All right, so player SBCs. We got most solid player of the month. Cheap. Pretty cheap. 474,000 coins. Only 8 squads to complete him. Slightly disappointing just because it's a +1 and it's like, I think it might be borderline the exact same, maybe like a couple different stats. It's basically his team of the week card. So it wasn't an upgrade on that. Kind of disappointing there, but it's not expensive. It should be somewhat easy for you to go out and craft. So if you want to get them done, by all means, go for it. Now we got another SBC, player SBC. Guys, we talked about this in the previous video. We talked about, hey, this card has a lot of potential to be amazing. A lot of potential to be amazing. He's in an off league. He has no links, pretty much none. I thought links could do really good. Did I say it was risky? Could you take a gamble on it? Yes, but if you took the gamble, oh my God, you made a ton of coins. So, Nani. Excuse me, sorry. I'm still somewhat sick. Also, apologies for the video being so late. I went Christmas shopping. I got a bunch of stuff. We got bags everywhere. I was at the mall for a very long time today, and I basically just got home. Nani SBC, cost below 200,000 coins. We talked about it. They could easily make him 5-star again, and that's exactly what they did. He's 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot. You slap a hunter on this card, sheesh. Now, the thing that's a little disappointing is the playstyle plus. I wish he got like finesse shot playstyle plus, or even like quick step or rapid would have been better. But trickster, I mean, it's understandable, but it's not what we would have wanted, but it's still a really good card. And if we look, the link investments. We talked about this in the previous video. We talked about Goncalo Anasio. Let's pull him up. This dude was 19,000 coins. I like this card quite a bit, and he's borderline max price. His max price is 30K. He's 28K pretty much. I would take that profit. On PCs, 34K. Basically max price. Take that profit. The other one we said was Ricardo Carvalho. And you can see right here, he's basically max price. He's 80K, he's 72K. I would just take that profit. And just to show you, I didn't show it on the Goncalo Anasio, but you can see I tipped this card in Thursday's video. He was chilling around here, low 50,000s. You had a few hours to be buying him at this price range. And then I don't know what happened here. Maybe a Discord tipped it. We're like, oh, Nani's coming out today. They figured it out. Then he just flew. And then the Nani SBC came out, and yeah, it's just the only really way to get that Nani in your team is those cards. So they're doing really good. GG if you bought those cards. I would definitely be looking to take the profit on those. Where are we at? So that's what we got for SBCs. We did get more objectives today, by the way. More objectives. Crazy SP. It's not XP. I keep going to say XP. The SP, was it 5,000 or something like that? Another 5,000 SP today. So, again, people are getting closer to the end of the season, getting towards that Konate. That Konate is crazy. Now, evolutions, what do we got here? They're not too bad, but they're not like, they're not bad, but they're not super crazy. Also, the objectives, by the way, give evolutions. It gives evolutions that give players a playstyle plus. It's kind of cool. Anyways, what do we got here? Evolutions, they're cool. You'll see here, it's those evolutions that they just give like the max. You can't get past this stat. So a lot of cards end up looking fairly similar. Now, if I was doing some of these evolutions, I'd probably just be targeting players that don't get the dead ball. Because like, I don't know if you really want dead ball playstyle plus. So you'd probably prefer someone that maybe already has a playstyle plus, so they don't get the dead ball playstyle plus, but they get all the boosted stats that comes with it. And then we got another evolution right here, Rising Phenom. It's free evolutions. You can't complain about free evolutions because it boosts the stats of the cards quite a bit. These ones do, and they're free. And guess what? If you don't like any of them, you can do it as fodder. I think if you use an 84 overall card on the attacking apprentice one, you end up with an 88. So you can turn an 84 into an 88 and just use it as fodder if you don't care about the evolution. Is that all we got for content? I believe so. All those objectives. Let's just take a peek at the promo team real quick so you guys can see all of it. We're going to head over to here. Squads, Globetrotters, bang, bang, bang. Here's the team. Where's Sui at? I was watching him. He's down at 3-2. Just a reminder, guys, when it comes to promo cards, Friday, at some point, they usually have a low, and then they rebound into the night, Saturday morning, but then Saturday content drops, they all crash in price. It's usually what happens. Pretty much 90-95% of the time, that's exactly what happens. So if you have any cards, just know you probably don't want to hold them into content drop tomorrow on Saturday. So look to sell them overnight. That's what we got. Now let's go into the market. Let's talk about what we did for trades, what I did for trades. We talked about in the previous video, the Goncalo Inacio, the Ricardo Carvalho. We bought Sons for 28K. He went to 33 almost. Rudiger did really good. Now, one of the cards that I bought quite a bit of, I got cooked on, was Van Dijk. The whole play on Van Dijk, out of all the cards, I was saying it was the riskiest one to buy. The issue with Van Dijk was the aerial meta had a patch, so that's issue number one. That was bringing him down. But then another issue was he was out of packs, and then he came back into packs, so he was finally getting supplied, so that was bringing him down. And then on top of that, a lot of center backs on this game are just down a good chunk because people are getting to that Konate. We talked about it. That Konate, people are getting to it, and we got, again, like another 5,000 XP. So I was buying Van Dijk's. I was paying 125K max. I probably paid on average like 122, 123, and I got out at 115 at the lowest. I think the average was like 117, 118 what I got out of. I got out before content. No matter what, I wasn't going to hold Van Dijk into content drop. There were some people that did hold. Don't know why they did, but you never want to hold stuff that's impacts into content drop on Friday. Just a heads up. If you ever have cards that are impacts, don't hold them into content drop on Friday. Obviously, like Ricardo Carvalho is a different one. He's a hero, and he's a link investment for an SBC we know is coming out. But like Van Dijk, no, do not hold. I'm glad I sold. I ended up losing like 200K, I think, on that investment. But if I didn't sell, I would have ended up losing, I think, like 400K. He was actually down at like 90, 91, 92K at one point. Kind of crazy. So lost on that Van Dijk. It happens. You just got to make way more coins than you lose. Other stuff as well. We talked about Jorginho quite a bit. Jorginho is an interesting one. I just checked his card. He was actually down. We've been buying at like 12.5, 12.75, and I'll buy it. I can't buy it because I'm unassigned on Jorginho. Okay, that's a weird one. It was saying he was... The game, Footbin, it must be way off. It was saying, Footbin was telling me he was 14K, which technically is what he is, because looking, 14K, it's not selling, but there's only one at 13.75. It's gone. So, Footbin's being weird, I guess. 14K, it's up in price. We bought 12.5, 12.75. If you're selling, it's like 750 coins per card, something like that. The plan is I'm going to sell Jorginho like Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'm not expecting a crazy rise. Now, we talked about the whole reason why we bought this Jorginho is similar to the Duran earlier on in this year, where it's like, hey, there's an evolution for a promo. The promo goes out of packs. The best evolutions go up in price. Now, the thing is, Duran was like the clear. Everyone was evoing Duran. So Duran went from 19K to like 35K out of packs in a couple days. Now, with this Evo, the thing that's a bit trickier with it is there's a lot of options. There's Jorginho, there's Endo, there's William Carvalho, and there's Akanji. So I think it's a bit more spread out. It's not like it's targeted at one card, so we're not seeing them rise that much. Is he up in price? Yes. Am I lazy listing them and getting some sales? Yes. But do I think he's going to skyrocket? No, not really. It's profit. This was the lower risk move. Still, it's not terrible profit. Now, other areas of the market, we have seen right wings come down in price because of that Mo Salah SBC, and we talked about selling our left wingers. Barnes was like 220, and I said you probably want to sell him because that Nani could end up being nasty, and we could see left wings come down. The dude's now below 200K. He's borderline 200K. I think he's like 198. but you could have sold them at 220. I got a few sales at 220, but then I also sold a few at like 205, 202, and I have 4 of them left. I think there's one more in my club. So I hope you sold that. I know quite a few of you guys had Barnes. And then I did do some flips at Content Drop. If you were in the stream, we did some flips at Content Drop. I bought Okocha for 180. I bought a bit of Pele's for 175. I'm down on my flips from Content Drop. Not doing too good there. I feel like it was maybe somewhat of a FOMO buy that I was doing. Like I just wanted to buy something. They're not doing great, but I'm going to hold. You see right there. There's like none of him on the market though. He's very rare. He's actually very rare. 159. I'll buy that. I can't buy. I'm still unassigned on these Jorginhos. I can't buy anything. Market, you have a low Friday, and then Saturday into the morning, we can see somewhat of a rebound. So I'm just going to wait for that. But like, I'm not holding these cards into Content Drop. Like as soon as I wake up on Saturday, it doesn't matter what these prices are. I'm selling. Sometimes the situation with Van Dijk, I was losing coins. Sometimes you guys got to know, yeah, I'm losing coins, but I could lose way more. Sell. You just got to sell. You don't want Van Dijk 2.0 right here in a bit of Pele. And again, you lose coins. You just got to make way more than you lose. And I am making way more than I'm losing. So that's that situation there. I'm hoping tomorrow they can rebound a little bit. And that is where we are at on the market. So then I bought a couple other cards as well. How are these doing? This Hamstitch was an interesting one. I bought for 285. And he's basically 285. Okay, yeah, 285. I got a 289 right there and a 285. So there we go. And all of my Jorginhos. Okay, so making coins now. What's the plan this weekend? So low budget. We talked about those Libertadores, those Sudamericana cards. I think if you want to buy those, it's a great idea. The card we specifically talk about all the time is Acuna. Now, I'm going to be buying these cards. Am I going to be buying them to make coins? No, I'm going to be buying these players to do the League SBCs myself because I'm doing Team of the Year pack project. I'm trying to craft as many packs as I possibly can to save them for Team of the Year and open a ton of packs. So, looking at Acuna right here, whenever this card comes down, it's pretty easy to just buy him. Now, he was really low. Friday morning, he was down at 2.4 and he just kept rising since then. And as you can see right now, he's pretty much 3K. Just try to get him below 3,000 coins, something like that. And then you can look at all the Libertadores cards. There's so many of these cards you can just go through and buy. Just buy them when they're low and wait till like Tuesday, Wednesday. That's literally it. It's really easy. Yeah, I think if you're on a low budget, you should do that. Pretty simple. Now, the higher budget stuff, there's so many options. You can do flips. I'd say Sunday night, you could look to buy a lot of cards, potentially pick up quite a few promo cards. Saturday, we tend to see a low point on Team of the Weeks on Saturday, so maybe we could have a low point on like a Glizzy, maybe a low point on Musiala, maybe a low point on... it's really just those two, I think, right? You can maybe say Joao Cancelo, but I think I would just be looking at Musiala and Glizzy, mainly Glizzy because he's fairly meta. So does Glizzy have any other promo cards? It's just that one. That's a big difference. Jeez. 4-star. That's understandable then. So maybe tomorrow on Saturday, you could have a low point on these Team of the Weeks. If you want to be safe, you'd wait to buy the Team of the Weeks like Sunday. But we saw it with Van Dijk. The low point was Saturday. I can show you guys real quick. I'm pretty sure, looking at Team of the Weeks, just my knowledge from the past, Team of the Weeks, their low point is usually Saturday. If we look on Van Dijk, his low was Saturday. It's Friday night, basically. It's basically Friday night because it's so early Saturday. But then he dropped again Saturday. No, he dropped Saturday. Yeah, so like Saturday content drop, basically. Now, we did have another drop on Sunday. This is a weird one. There was a big drop right here on Van Dijk. That's because there was a store pack issue, and people were selling players to go open the Ronaldinho glitched store player pick. So, like, everything crashed. If you go look at this time frame, everything on the market dropped. It was crazy, and we bought that dip, which was awesome. Fernando Hierro went down to 200K. A couple days later, he was, what, 400K? It's ridiculous. So potentially tomorrow, Saturday after content, look to buy some of these Team of the Weeks. If you want to do that, we're looking at the Glizzy and the Musiala. Now, Sunday night, we can look for flips as well. Maybe look to pick up some promo cards Sunday night. Maybe look to just pick up any kind of players Sunday night. You can try that out. When it comes to fodder, that's the high budget stuff. Look for the flips. Saturday, team of the week, Sunday, any card. Sunday night is usually when stuff gets really low. You can buy it, and then Monday, Tuesday, the market rises. So, people are going to be asking in this video about fodder. Let's look. I haven't even looked at cheapest player by rating. How are we looking? 84s. Okay. That's actually solid. It's going to be 84s again. It's just going to be 84s again. It should be pretty simple. When do the current SBCs refresh? I'll check in a second, but it is a hero SBC week, if I'm correct. If we look at what we have right now, we have a base icon. I don't know how much a hero SBC is going to move the market. The only way we'd see the higher fodder do really good with a hero is if they do like a hero player pick where it's like minimum rating, something like that. So it gets rid of some of the crappier ones. I don't know if we're at that point yet. So I'm not going to look into the higher fodder. I really don't think I'm going to do it. I think the safe route, again, is the low fodder. Last week, we bought the 84s. They were like 1,500 coins, 1,400 coins, and they went to over 2K. They were like 2,122. Right now, they're 1,800, 1,700 coins, just about. Probably more like 18. Let's see. How'd they go on Friday? Yeah, they were up. Okay, so the low point on these, I got to check when this SBC refreshes, and we'll have an idea. So if I go do upgrades, when does the 86 campaign? It refreshes on Sunday. So your buy time on 84s might be squad battle rewards. Saturday content drop, squad battle rewards. Try to pick these up. They're probably going to go up in price. I'd say Sunday, just because this SBC refreshes. And I think a lot of people are doing this SBC. People convinced me on stream to do it. They said, yo, this thing is glitched. Trust me, you got to do it. It's really good. I got nothing. I got 286s and an 87. It was pretty bad. So I'd say your 84s, look to buy them Saturday. Sunday squad battle rewards, if you're awake at that time, try to pick them up. They're 1,800. We want to get close to 1,500 again. If you can do 16, even 17 is probably fine. I would expect these again to be over 2,000 coins. And remember, the time for 84s is Tuesday. Tuesday is when we tend to get the good upgrade SBCs that require 84s. Like we had, what was it, the 85 upgrades, combo upgrades, something like that. Was that what we had on Tuesday? I believe so. Tuesday's usually the day you get something that requires low fodder. And then Wednesday, you get something like a campaign type of party bag player pick, which is what this is. And it's refreshing on Sunday. So you have the fodder. I'd really just be sticking to the 84s unless I see something get really low this weekend or we have some sort of leak. We also have the League SBC cards, the Libertadores, Sudamericana players, and then there's the flips. If you're on a high budget, you want to do some flips, you're probably picking up cards Sunday night. I don't know if there's any live cards you could be looking at. You can probably watch some of that stuff if there's live cards. I don't know if we have any UCL players that still have stuff to play for. FC Pro, we haven't watched these. Or if any of these guys have games coming up, I don't know much about the pro tournaments, but if you want to pick up some of these, that's something you can keep an eye on. Another thing is, what other lives are there? Thunderstrucks. Like if a Thunderstruck player that has his upgrade and they're close to it, but they actually lose and they fail to get it, you could look to, like, look, Man City. Imagine Man City don't win and it's nil. They lose and they don't score a goal. Their next game's, oh, that's another tough one. Jeez, holy crap. Basically, what I'm trying to say is look for some of these cards. Maybe if they fail to get their upgrade, they can drop in price and you can buy that dip. It's pretty much what I'm trying to say. So keep an eye on some of those. Another thing, because the pro tournament, if it is again on Monday, ooh, he's back up in price. This dude was down at like 155. Drogba's super, yeah, you can see right here. He had a big dip. Very, very, very popular card in the pro scene. Power shot meta got nerfed a little bit, but if all the pros are using Drogba again, this dude probably goes back up in price. I think he was, how much was he? Thursday, he was almost 2 mil, 1.95. So that's a card, just letting you guys know I'm keeping an eye on this card. I don't know what the pros are using though, so it's a little sketchy right there. Long video, guys. Sorry for that. It's Friday. It's Friday content drop. There's a lot of information. Expected content tomorrow, Saturday. Saturday contents are kind of dull. Player SBC, evolution. It's really all we usually get on a Saturday. I'm going to be selling a lot of my cards soon, just a heads up. Like, I'm lazy listing, but I'm going to do lower lazy listings to try to make sure I get some of these sales. I don't think I want to hold too much going into content on Saturday. The Jorginhos, I'm okay with the Jorginhos, is fine. Sunday, probably the Hero SBC. There's a lot of SBCs, actually. I forgot. I have all the leaked SBCs right here and their stats. So there's even more Jorginhos, by the way. I got quite a few of them. That should make up my loss, hopefully, on those Van Dykes. If I can make 1,000 coins per card, close to that, and I have like 200 of them, yeah, that'll make up for my Van Dyke loss. It's literally, that's how trading is. You're going to lose coins. You can't avoid losing coins when trading. You just got to make more than you lose, and I'm doing that with Jorginho. Thank you, Jorginho. Hopefully he can rise more, though. It's not looking super great. SBC's right here. So we got the Nani already. We're waiting on Ashley Young, Molina, Mahrez, and Debinha. And these are the official stats. Look pretty decent, to be honest. The Mahrez looks solid. The Debinha looks solid. The Molina looks solid. And the Ashley Young, probably going to get a +2 as well. So looks like a decent card. Holy gang, I didn't even realize that. He's going to be a really decent card. I like that they gave him dead ball too. I think, fun fact, I believe he got the record for oldest player in the Premier League to score a set piece, if I'm correct. So that's cool, giving him dead ball playstyle plus. Little fun facto right there. And guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. My trading Discord, Twitch live stream, description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.